And a warm welcome to French ABCD lesson 4C, part of the series French from Scratch for Beginners. Today we're going to continue with the adjective, and we're going to look mostly at where do we place the adjective. Alright, reference material, page 81. We divide the adjective into two, epithet and attribute. I don't know the word for epithet in English. Attribute is attribute, but hopefully you'll be able to figure out what it is. Un adjectif qualificatif is epithet quand il est mis immédiatement avant ou après le nom. That's the official definition. What it means is a qualifying adjective is said to be epithet when it is placed immediately before or after the noun. Une belle vue. Belle is the adjective. It is placed before the noun vue. Des oranges juteuses. Juteuse is the adjective. It is placed immediately after the noun orange. Therefore, belle and juteuse sont des adjectifs qualificatifs épithètes. If you look at the example in English, a black dress, black is placed right before the noun dress. Therefore, black is an epithet, an adjectif épithète. Let's look at attribut now. Now, un adjectif est attribut quand le nom qualifié est déterminé par l'intermédiaire d'un verbe. Now, what does that mean par l'intermédiaire d'un verbe? It means it has to go through the verb first. So, an adjective is said to be attribut or attribute when the name it qualifies is determined through a verb. So, in the following example, it should help you understand that. Adam est heureux. Adam is the subject. Et c'est le verbe, the verb, and heureux here is your adjective. Therefore, heureux est attribut du sujet Adam. Heureux is the attribute of the subject Adam. Elle est grande. Encore une fois, here is your verb and here is your adjective. Grande is an attribute of the subject elle. In the following example now in English, if we were to say the car is powerful, here is your verb and here is your subject, and this one here is your adjective. Compared to a black dress, where black is placed before the noun, here it has to go through the verb. Alright folks, let's look at la place de l'adjectif. Where does the English position their adjectives? Not sure if you remember, but in lesson 4a, I told you to keep that in mind. Where is it placed, before or after a noun? Here is a screenshot of the lesson. This is all in English here, and I included it just so you could compare it with the French. So this one here gives you a snapshot of where the English would place the adjective. Okay, so we've got the descriptive one, and then we have the limiting one. It's one sentence, but it is formulated differently just to show you where it is placed. Okay? Okay, la place de l'adjectif épithète. Adjectif épithète as opposed to attribute. Keep that in mind. Now, what determines where it is placed? C'est l'usage, le sens, et l'euphonie qui décide si l'adjectif doit se placer avant ou après le nom, if the adjective should be put before or after the noun. So what decides if it should go before or after? L'usage, the usage, le sens, the meaning, l'euphonie. A very beautiful word. What does it mean? It simply means you want to eliminate the awkwardness of the sound. Okay, this is also one determinant. Generally speaking, we place longer words last. En général, on place les mots le plus long en dernier. Longer words go last. Une rencontre inattendue, which is longer than rencontre, therefore it goes last. Entrevue importante, therefore it goes last because it is longer than entrevue. Now, what do you say? Belle and rencontre. Of the two, belle et rencontre, which one is longer? Obviously. So it goes last. Une longue entrevue. Entrevue is longer, therefore it goes Now, let's look at adjectifs placés avant le nom, adjectives placed before the noun, okay? So the following adjectives here are usually positioned before the noun. Les adjectifs suivants se placent avant le nom, okay? Ancien, autre, beau, bon, cher, court, dernier. And here is your list. So you can always refer to that list whenever you are writing and you're not sure where to place it. However, it is also possible to place them after the name. Why? Because you want to give them plus de relief. Okay? Now, if you are English and you are reading this is not relief, as in, relief from pain. No. Relief in French means emphasis. You want to put emphasis on in the following example, une longue queue is possible, but you can also say une queue longue because you want to put emphasis on the fact that the lineup is huge. Some adjectives take a figurative meaning, okay, when they are placed before the name. Certains adjectifs prennent un sens figuré lorsqu'ils sont placés avant le nom. I'm going to give you two examples. Un pauvre homme, poor man, and then un homme pauvre when the adjective is placed after. What does it mean? This one is a literal meaning, a man who is not rich, and this one is the figurative meaning. Okay? Une grande femme, accomplishment, somebody who accomplished a lot, et une femme grande, it's the size. Okay? Now, do you think you can figure out what that means? Un simple professeur, un professeur simple. You can use me as an example, I don't mind. Les adjectifs cardinaux et ordinaux sont placés avant le nom. Okay? Cardinal and ordinal adjectives are placed before the name. This example here, trois ou quatre fois. Fois is the name. They are placed before they are cardinal. Therefore, they go before. La huitième place, here is your ordinal adjective. It is placed before the noun plus. Les adjectifs placés après les noms, usually les adjectifs à plusieurs syllabes, adjectives that are several syllables, qualifying a noun of only one syllable, it is placed after the name. Un bien nécessaire, so here is your adjective, several syllable is placed after. Un mal, which is your noun, one syllable, irraisonné, several syllable, placed after the noun. Les adjectifs de couleur, de température et de forme sont placés après le nom. So the following adjectives, color, temperature, and form, are placed after the name. So une chaleur accablante, une voiture rouge, here is your color, accablante is your temperature, des dessins rectilignes, this is the form, they are placed after. Les adjectifs de nationalité, de religion et de profession, etc., they are placed after. La langue chinoise, nationalité, so which is country or nationality. La philosophie orientale, which is religion. Profession is un cabinet dentaire. So that's it for qualifying adjectives, and now we move on to non-qualifying adjectives. But here, I gotta say something. At this stage of your learning, meaning beginner's level, you only need to know about non-qualifying adjectives, just a bit of a summary. You don't really need to get into all that details. I am sure it's going to confuse you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply show you what they are without going into in-depth explanation. We're going to leave that when you reach the intermediate level. So, les adjectifs non qualificatifs, we're going to go through them briefly. Maybe, some of you are brave enough, adventurous enough, with a little bit of perhaps higher than beginner's level. they would probably understand and would want to have a look at it. So the first one is les adjectifs possessifs, possessive adjectives in English, and here is your list. I wanted to include that part here, how you compare the possessive with English. So the possessive adjectives in English, they show the possessor, okay? But the French possessive adjectives also show the gender and the number of the thing possessed. That's very important. One shows the possessor, the other one shows the thing possessed, gender and number. Have a look at that list here, okay? Next, in the list of non-qualifying adjectives, what do we have? Les adjectifs démonstratifs. Demonstrative. Here you go. Here is a definition. Les adjectifs démonstratifs servent à montrer la personne, l'animal ou la chose en question. Just briefly go through them for the when you reach the intermediate level. We're going to go through them in more details. Now we have les adjectifs interrogatifs, so interrogative adjectives. Again, here is your list, and here is a tableau that I have prepared for you. And this is your last list, les adjectifs indéfinis. Here it is, gives you the definition here. It means that the name is used vaguely. And here is le principal, the main one. Okay? Okay, and this brings us to the end of the lesson on qualifying adjectives. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Comments are important in that they tell me what you like and what you do not like and how we can improve. So until next time, have a great day and I'll see you again.